I have an online personal training client who won't send me videos. She knows it's for her form, and we have a good relationship. She sent me the odd one in the past, and I've really praised it when she does. But recently she's felt so self-conscious that the thought of even sending me a form video gives her so much anxiety, it makes her not want to do the session. I'm not going to force her and don't want my actions to cause more issues. Any ideas how I can best support her and slowly move to a point where she's happy or willing with videos? Thank you both for all you do.
It's a great question. I'm glad you brought it up. It's a really wonderful question. It's so client-focused and client-centered, and just makes me really happy. First, I would try and get her on the phone if you haven't already, and just have a real conversation and be like, hey, I know you said that you're self-conscious. Like, what are you self-conscious about? Like, talk to me, fill me in. Like, what are you feeling self-conscious about? Why don't you want to send me this video? And usually what'll happen is once I bet every single one of us has had this example or had this experience where maybe you're feeling nervous or anxious about something. And then once you try and explain it to a friend, as literally you're about to verbalize it, you're like, I know this is going to sound silly, but X, Y, and Z. And it's because when it's just in your head, it can make sense to you emotionally. You have this fear, but you don't have to verbalize it. You don't have to make it logical. It's just this fear. But as soon as you verbalize it, now it has to become logical. In order for you to actually make it into sentences and words that make sense, it has to become logical, which is why when it's in your head, you make it out to be a big deal. But as soon as you say it, you're like, this is going to sound silly. It's because you're starting to realize this is a little bit ridiculous. So literally just talking to you might be helpful for this client. Just being like, let me just say, why are you self-conscious about this? Either way, once she expresses why she's self-conscious, then you can start to have a real conversation and be like, oh, that makes total sense. Let me ask you this. Do you want me to look at your technique to help you improve? I know maybe she's having issues with her knee, and like that's an example, but you said your knee was causing pain. Do you want me to look at your technique so I can have an idea of what's going on? Do you want me to have a look at your bench press or your push-ups to see like what's going on with your lower back? Like, do you want me to do that? And then maybe they'll be like, no, I don't want you to do that. Like, okay, cool. So we'll just keep doing this. Or she'll be like, yeah, of course, I want you to look at it. I think it's important, and that would be the ideal answer. If she says no, I don't want you to look, that's where it's at right now, and I don't think it makes sense to push. But I also don't think the likelihood of her saying no is big. Like, she hired you for a reason, she's working with you for a reason. At this point, it's like, yeah, I would love for that to happen. So then I would say, okay, do me a favor. How about just first, you just give me a technique example without any weight. If you want, we could do it on FaceTime right now. If you want, you could send me a video, like just once we're done, hang up the phone, just like show me what your squat looks like, what your push-up looks like right now. And then that will get her in the habit of doing it and show like, okay, and then go over the top. Amazing. Thank you so much. Another thing that you could potentially do is, and this is something that I would do, I'm not saying you have to do this, but I would say, hey, let me know the next time you're at the gym, like tell me when you're there. And obviously I would do this when I had a lot more time on my hand, but I'd be like, tell me when you're there. And then, okay, cool, shoot me a text, email, whatever, hey, I'm here at the gym right now. If I had their phone number, I'd FaceTime them while they're at the gym. I'd be like, awesome, like show me, like I want to see this right now. And then once they show you, they're like, see, not a big deal. I looked at it. You did amazing. I gave you this critique. Awesome. No more bullshit. Send me your videos. I want to see these videos on a regular basis. That might be just a fun way to just break the ice and get in there. But get her on the phone, have a real conversation about it. And I think that will probably be a great way to break the ice and get her more comfortable with it.
Great answers. Anyone who might have been slightly confused when you said, if I have their number, I'll FaceTime them. That would not be the majority of clients.
Correct. No. This is if I just made up a scenario in my head and I didn't verbalize it. I apologize.
No.
I'm imagining you don't have that many online coaching clients. You've only got a handful, and this is one of them. If you've got 40 or 50 online coaching clients and they don't have your number, don't do that. You can do a Zoom call if you want, but
just solidifying that you don't want to be running communication through text, but email
Correct.
Makes much more sense. Yeah.
Email makes much more. Thank you for clarifying that. I literally made that entire example up in my head and I just didn't clarify it. If you're early on in your online coaching career, you don't have that many clients, you have like a handful, fine, you can do text, but strongly recommend doing it via email. even from an early stage, just to solidify those systems and get people understanding that they can't be texting you at 2 a.m. asking you about fucking food choices and stuff. That's just not appropriate. So yeah. But definitely email, Zoom calls, that stuff would be much more efficient and better from a systems perspective.
Hey, Jordan, what's up, bro? It's 2 a.m. I'm looking for a midnight snack. What's a good option? Do you think
I'm really drunk? What do you think I should eat? Really appreciate
you. Quickly,
You've helped me so much.
You've helped me so much. If you could reply soon, I'm looking to go to bed shortly. So just hit me right when you see this.
What the fuck? Why didn't you reply?
Yeah.